Thank you, Chairman. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. It is good opportunity and my pleasure to join this fruitful of the third international seminar on smart molecule of natural resources by Asian Federation of Biotechnology 2021 to share about nutritionally enhanced food crop for their potential health benefits in Indonesia. Even though we have been combating and struggling for COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia, hope we are still productive and stay safe from the virus. Here is the main outline of this topic, which include important issues related to potential nutrition substances of food crop, challenge of nutritional issues in Indonesia, approaches for increased nutritional qualities of food crop, and then biofortification of food crop in Indonesia, and the last, future perspective of food and nutrition security. First, let me explain briefly about food and nutrition from plants. Food is considered as edible material that support growth, repair, and maintenance the body. Any edible substances are able to fulfill daily requirement of nutrition that can be from animal and plant origin. Here we focus on plant source. In plants, the final products of photosynthesis are energy-rich sugar molecules that constitute the source of energy and substrates. Macronutrients contribute to the food stable and mainly are utilized as an energy supply, while micronutrients are needed by our body as trace amounts but essential to accomplish physiological function. Talking about food and nutrition, functional food in the form of fresh or post-processed food processing compounds influence physiological improvement function and reducing human disease risk. In addition to processed food, this plant nutritional compound benefit human health and need to be optimized through diverse plants, including food crop, to satisfy human needs worldwide. The growing world population that could increase rapidly should strive for sustainable food consumption, since environmental and health impacts are very important. While in Indonesia, located Southeast Asian countries, where the rate of population is approximately 0.98, that also need an increased food supply with sufficient intake of essential nutrients. Consequently, diets with balanced and adequate proportion of various nutrients are crucial, especially food crop like cereal. Rice, maize, and wheat possesses a high carbohydrate that provide at least 80% of calorie intake, whereas grain legumes are rich in protein. However, this food crop may have poor macronutrients and micronutrients, leading to a negative effect on human health. Rice as the staple food seem more predominant to be improved diet genetic than other food crop for self-sufficiency. Unlike the past few years, that statistics show that the productivity trends of rice, maize, and soybean generally have remained stagnant. At present, there is a huge opportunity to improve varieties of food crop with desired character, including enhancing the nutritional values. Thankfully, several generations of agricultural biotechnology approaches continually assist the genetic improvement of food crop on high yield and value-added output of nutritional qualities. Biotechnological techniques complement the conventional breeding scheme is put in the high effort to produce new varieties of food crop with high nutritional contents in other countries, including in Indonesia. However, the complexity and challenge might characterize the research and development of nutritional aspect of food crops in Indonesia. Thus, the collaboration between government and public research and development organization, private sector, as new compacts that facilitate emerging technologies and support research capacity is suggested for the innovation system, especially to provide healthy food and quality for optimal health. Now, let's discuss about potential nutritional substances of food crop. According to health perspective, two food crop components, namely macronutrients and micronutrients, need to be enhanced. Macronutrients consist of carbohydrate. Plants able to produce polymeric carbohydrate, especially starch and fructose, and simple sugar such as sucrose and fructose. Protein, especially essential amino acid, but many food crops have a poor balance of essential amino acid relative to human needs. Lipids or oils are found in many plants, are edible oil rich in monounsaturated fatty acid. Macronutrients contribute as main bulk of food. On the other hand, micronutrients comprise vitamins like folate, vitamin E, B6, and A. Minerals from food crop may be selective minerals, as example iron, calcium, selenium, and iodine. The other components are non-such polysaccharide and phytochemicals. We could not deny that micronutrients malnutrition are often found in Indonesia. Based on the studies, the nutritional substances present in food crop are of increasing interest to prevent and treat any diseases by affecting the genes in humans. Here are some nutritional values of some food crop. Cereal crop produce high percentage of carbohydrate. Protein can be found either in cereals in low portion, but higher in all millets and pulses. For micronutrients, specific vitamin and minerals are found in cereal crop. We could see here several nutrition components present in food crop having potential functionality for health benefit. Zeaxanthin in maize is good for health vision. Dietary fiber in cereal is good to reduce risk of cardiovascular disease. Similarly to flavonoid in wheat, maize, and other food crop that can function as antioxidant, anti-cancer, etc. while iron, zinc, and vitamin A beneficial for blood element, cell growth, healthy vision, and respectively need to be targeted to improve them in staple food. Importantly, this iron, zinc, and vitamin A in food crop have potential synergistic interaction in human health. Thus, the synergistic effect of absorption of iron, zinc, and vitamin A motivates plant breeders to combine the traits of the tree to develop new varieties of food crop. In addition, the biologically active compounds beneficial for health or phytochemical such as phenolic compound, glycoalkaloids, anthocyanin molecules show significant effect on antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-cancer. In general, some aspects of food system are challenging. In addition to ecological footprint like water or land use, natural resources and environment stewardship, greenhouse gas, global climate change, depleted soil, and agricultural competitiveness, such as to improve crop agriculture, policies, supply chain and storage, and human health is highly concerned. Globally, a problem on food safety, malnutrition, obesity, disease like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, dementia, stroke, cancer, hunger, and poverty need to be solved. And the growing wood population would pose more serious challenge. That's why we need a nutritional quality improvement strategy. The current major issues on food and nutrition security need attention. The first, over 1 billion people suffer from chronic and some in to be 60% higher than before. And the third, the Indonesian population is projected in 2035 to reach around 305.6 million that need an increased food supply. Due to this, the growing population should then strive for sustainable food consumption as social, environmental, and health impact are very important. As a consequence, agricultural product must increase by 70%. Thus, it is notable that improved food crop are essential for a future. In Indonesia, if we observe the nutritional status of the Indonesian people is still relatively low according to international standards. Indonesia also is facing triple burdens for health, and more effort. At present, Indonesia is facing a new crisis triggered by the coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID pandemic. And due to some obstacles, we need focus program to support food and health research and education that include bio and physical science, relevance of environmental and social science, and quality science to inform policy of our government. After all, genetic improvement of food crops with nutritionally enhanced and resistant or tolerant to abiotic stress using integrated approaches would be worthwhile solution to scope the future challenges. Since the main mandate in the institute, I led is food crop So here I would like to explain briefly several approaches for increased nutritional qualities of food crop. The emerged tool in molecular biology, genomics, and other omics and genome editing, genetic engineering technologies contribute to accelerate of the genetic improvement of this crop. This advanced tool complement the conventional breeding and the classical biotechnology like mutation and in vitro to produce either nutritious food crop or biofortified food crop. Importantly, this improved and new varieties and related technology could be beneficial not only to human health, food safety, but also better environment. This scheme describes breeding strategies for nutritional improvement in major food crop. How differ between traditional fortification and biofortification. In traditional fortification, grain of targeted food crop is improved their nutrients by food processing in order to be more nutrients consumed in addition to dietary supplement. While biofortification to approach could be done through selective breeding and genetic modification. Both approaches could produce new plants with higher nutrients, so the varieties would have higher nutrients with biofortification. Plant-based diet could be provided, not by biofortified varieties increase genetically the bioavailability mineral contents. This improved nutritionally food crop from breeding are important to overcome the malnutrition in human being, to increment of nutritional quality in daily diets, to improve food crop quality and diversity with the benefit of biotechnological application, which is cost effective and sustainable solution. There are three main steps on the pathway for biofortification to improve nutrition status of targeted population. Discovery step that are to identify target population, set nutrients, and screen germplasm and gene discovery. And second, development step include breeding biofortified crop, test the performance of new variety, measure nutrition retention, and evaluate nutrients absorption and impact. In this step, breeding target character can be determined, especially high iron, zinc, and vitamin A in rice, iron, zinc, and phytase activity in wheat and wood, and we could focus on protein quality on maize. The last is dissemination that need to develop strategies to disseminate the seed and promote marketing and consumption of the new food crop varieties. Here some performance of released biofortified varieties of food crop. Golden rice called golden Swarna with high iron. As you can see, the yellow grain is generated from Swarna background variety. It is generated from Swarna variety background using genetic engineering. Similarly to golden rice too, showing more yellow, which is distinct from golden rice 1. On maize, QPM or quality protein maize has been developed and have higher lysine and tryptophan content as to essential amino acid. I would like address biofortification of this food crop in Indonesia, especially in the Indonesian Agency for Agriculture Research and Development. Most of staple food contains rich carbohydrates to provide calories, but lack of vitamins, particularly vitamin A, E, C, and folate, and minerals, particularly iron, zinc, and selenium. As an example, rice consumption in Indonesia is 111.58 kilogram per capita per year. How we could deal with this demand to balance with nutrition supply. Enrichment of the staple food with micronutrients and vitamins will reduce undernourished population as well as to fulfill calories needs. Therefore, approach like fortified and biofortified are needed. It is questionable, is a biofortified food crop the best option for Indonesia? Let's say fortification requires some manufacturing and or distribution infrastructure, whereas biofortification is more reliable option because after the one-time investment, the seed of biofortification variety can be shared among farmer or the community. And biofortified varieties will continue to be grown and consumed year after year. Then biofortification variety can reach on remote rural areas with limited access to commercially marketed fortified food in urban areas. Briefly, would like to inform the story of biofortification in Indonesia. In the early 2000s, Indonesia joined the consortium of breeding for iron-dense rice, which was coordinated by International Food Policy Research Institute, or IFPRI. It is historical. The first biofortification on rice has been released, named Inpari Merawu variety in 2004. Then the first quality protein maize or QVM, Srikani Kuning and Srikani Putih variety released in 2005. The high isoflavone soybeans released in 2015, namely Depon 1 variety. With the advantage of biotechnology, we initiated Golden Rice Project with IRI in Indonesia in 2016 to date. Here is the current status of biofortification research on food crop in Indonesia. Some example of new varieties have been released and some other are still under research. As example, high zinc varieties were released in 2019, named Inpari IR Nutri-Zinc. It is for irrigated rice, and Inpari 30 Biofortives in 2020 for upland rice and also for rain-fed rice. Meanwhile, the beta-carotene rice or garden rice is still in progress to develop, and adaptive varieties suitable for the Indonesian environment. Even the golden rice was introduced from IRI, while crossing and selecting adaptive line was done in Indonesian Center for Rice Research. Two varieties of maize with a high protein have been released in Indonesia in 2005. The high content of FA and ZN for cassava and sweet potatoes is also being progress on research, which would be potential to be released in a few years later. about a future perspective of how to enhance nutrition qualities in food crop in our country, it is important to think that the future vision for food and nutrition security is to need interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary approach, requiring expertise and input from many disparate fields coming from the human, plant, and social scientists to elucidate less obvious basic knowledge and analytic fields. Several new crop varieties with enhanced nutritional quality need to be evaluated by clinical trials and selected consumers who benefit the most. And research and development must be implemented not only to measure food crop, but also nutritionally enhanced orphan crops like sorghum, millet, and other grain legumes, which are important what to be to the poor and overlooked by developed countries. The health promoting phytochemical with clear link for health benefit should be more established to achieve the greatest nutritional impact and health benefits. To achieve food and nutrition security in Indonesia, therefore action plans are important to be done. These are to broader policy to address the main burden of malnutrition, to promote a balanced diet through comprehensive approach both on demand and the supply, to improve access of diversity food through resilience and nutrition sensitive food system, and to ensure proper utilization of food, to strengthen the monitoring and evaluation system to enhance policies and programs on food and nutrition security, and so strengthen the governance of food and nutrition security or food system by developing effective coordinating agency, including research center, universities, and private sector. Finally, let me conclude these topics as follows. The first, the plant-based food confer health benefits from several macronutrients, micronutrients, and other health-promoting molecules. And second, the nutritionally improved food crop have been progressed to benefit human health concerning plant breeding programs and biotechnological approach. The third, to that, the achievement are promising to provide food with healthy diets, but some nutritional issues are still challenging. Fourth, several biofortified new varieties such as rice, maize, and another staple crop to promote health have been developed in Indonesia. And fifth, advanced tools on genomics, other omics, and bioinformatics are potential to enhance the nutritional values of food crop. And the last, future research and development integrated into the national program synchronized with policies and public perception with institutional leadership are needed to drive toward enhanced food crop, having desirable nutritional benefits to feed the growing population in Indonesia. That's all of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. I beg to moderator.